options for the patient for him. Saying, okay, let's try this and this, and then we're going to fine-tune it. And it was a long-term relationship. No, it's not working, well, let's try this a little bit more, that kind of thing. But increasingly, as the pills took over the conversation, certainly by the mid to late 1990s, the docs were being asked to change, to cure pain. And increasingly, they were left with really just one tool with which to do that massive job. That was opioid painkillers. In my estimation, the key year in all this was 96. 96 is the year that Purdue Pharma came out with OxyContin. But it was almost as important. There's a couple of reasons I'll talk about why that was, how Purdue was a game, how the company Purdue Pharma was a game changer with its OxyContin in 96. But almost as important is when it came out. Because these were years when pharmaceutical sales were also going through this massive revolution of its own. And before that, pharmaceutical salesmen, and they were almost all men, had really two things in common most of the time. One was they all had backgrounds, most of them had backgrounds in pharmacy or in medicine. They knew what they were selling, and they really paid a lot of attention to knowing, because doctors came to rely on them. They needed them as resources of information. Medicine was changing very fast. They relied on these folks to tell them, okay, what happens if I use this drug and that drug together, that kind of thing. They were really encyclopedias, the doctors viewed them in a lot of ways, of knowledge about how the pills worked together. But the reason they grew to rely on them too was because the other thing a lot of these salesmen had in common, which was most of the time they all lived in the community. So the people, you would see them. The same docs that they would sell to, they'd see them at the Kiwanis Club or the Chamber or the Friday Night Football games. They were part of the community. In the 1990s, all that changed. We lost that crucial element in our medical establishment, even though we didn't realize it at the time how important it was. There was pharmaceutical sales changed. The companies began to believe that they had to sell drugs through kind of blockbusters, and then hiring huge numbers of new salespeople, a sales force arms race. And every year having more and more. So we start the 90s. In 93, we had 35,000 drug sales reps in America.